A doctor walks into a room and tells a man he has 2 weeks to live. The man goes home, accepts it, and falls asleep for the first time in months. 2 weeks later, he is not dead and he is healing. Why did he heal? Because of something he stopped doing, something you are probably doing right now. His name was Earl P. Haney, and he stumbled onto a formula invented decades earlier by an engineer named Willis Carrier. 3 steps that quietly became the backbone of modern therapy: Stoic exercises, military stress training, and most fear management systems. Almost nobody knows where they came from or why they work so brutally well. You can use them in the next 60 seconds. Step 1, ask yourself, what is the worst that can possibly happen? Your fear is a fog, huge, undefined, and everywhere until you name it, and it shrinks. Willis Carrier had a massive contract about to fail, and he lost sleep and appetite until he asked the question, and the problem became one thing. One thing can be handled, and naming it means you're fighting one thing, not infinity. Step 2, accept it mentally, completely, and say, if this happens, I will survive it. People refuse this step because acceptance feels like surrender, but it is release, not surrender. Acceptance releases energy, the energy you have been wasting trying to hold reality back. Earl P. Haney prepared his will, lay back in bed, and for the first time in months, he slept peacefully. When he stopped fighting, exhaustion faded, weakness lifted, and his body began recovering. He'd live for decades afterward, not because acceptance is magical, but because the war in his mind was draining him faster than the illness. Step 3, calmly improve on the worst. Once you accept the floor, everything else becomes upside. Carrier did not just accept losing money, he focused on reducing the damage and then built one of the most successful companies in American history. People call this fear setting exposure therapy or acceptance-based psychology. Different names, same principle. This is not about being brave and fighting harder. It is about ending the war and letting the worst stop being a stranger. Once you shake hands with the worst, it stops haunting you and becomes information you can work with. William James said, acceptance of what has happened is the first step to overcoming any misfortune, and that is the secret. Not denial, not fake positivity. Just look directly at the thing you fear, say, I see you, I accept you, and now I move forward anyway. The thing you refuse to face controls you. The thing you accept loses its power, and the monster is almost always smaller than the monster in your imagination.